hopefully we're now live. G'day everyone, sorry I'm running a little late here. I just had a little bit of problems with my YouTube account. I actually got locked out of it that I had to do a recovery for. But we finally got it working. I then had camera difficulties as well. So hopefully the audio is coming through very well because I actually had to go back to my webcam. I was trying to run off my DSLR, but well, I'm back on webcam now anyway. So hopefully this is working for you. You'll see me look to the left because I've just jiggy rigged one of my monitors up here so I can see the live chat here. Was just going to plan to put it up here, but I literally ran out of time. I've been doing so much testing, a lot of different things anyway. But anyway, how are you guys doing? Yeah, and I'm just going to be watching there. Hi Andy, how are you doing? Sorry for those who actually joined in and then came back out. But we'll finally get things running around anyway. So I've had this computer here sitting in the box for about a month because I've been so busy with all the other unboxings and stuff like that. So I just don't fortunately have the time to do the editing of this video because I'm editing all these other videos here for the Lenovo X1 Extreme and also the X13s as well. So they got some very interesting comparisons there. You'll see that coming up very soon. I'll hopefully release this tonight or later tomorrow anyway. You'll see the X1 Extreme, and then later after that will be the X13 comparison as well too, so be tuned for that one there. But here we're going to actually do what is this one? It's the Dell Optiplex 1790 Ultra here. So this is it. So I'm just going to go grab them, of course. Any questions, buzz me as well. Okay, Lawrence, how are you doing? And please say thank you to Lawrence because this normally I would actually be having this in my members live chat, but he was happy to actually share this out to everyone to have a look at. So thanks for joining me, Lawrence, there. So Lawrence, I'm just letting you know that I'm actually just reading off the screen here for the live chat here anyway. Just to find out the case for something like this. Yeah, I'll show you this in a moment when this actually comes out. So I have actually done the Optiplex 7070 Ultra before. That probably was released about 2 years ago. So this is the 2021 version of this. I don't expect too much difference for it, but I have not opened it as a course. I had a quick read of what the specs was, and that's pretty much about it. So yes, and without further ado, let's get unboxing. So of course my good old trusty knife, yeah baby. Alright, let's give this a nice little slip on this side here, and I'll get this one away from my body. And I'll see if you guys enjoy doing this unboxing live for computers like this, because I'm just going to try this out, something different anyway for that. So there we go, cool. That was. Let's put this knife aside and let's have a look what's inside here. Okay, let's see if I'm going to tip this around. Whoa, let's try not to get things around anyway. So, well, we're losing things. Okay, what is in here? We've got USB-A to USB-A-B type cable here. So that's probably for the monitor really. From the computer to the monitor to get you more ports from the monitor. That's what I'm thinking this one is. That's cool. I might just drop this one down, make things easier. So we've got this power cable here. Now this one is quite small that you see. So, and this one is a 90-watt power adapter as well. So I'm taking this as a power cable here, which is a normal 3-prong, and that's like a laptop pretty much. So 90-watt, pretty sweet. I'll connect that up a little bit later on. And what else we've got here? Well, let's have a look what this is. Then we've got USB-C cable to USB-C, so that's what we've got in there. We'll chuck that on there. And what do we got here? And then we've got, let's just find out what this thing is. Ooh, and again, as you've got questions, roll them through the chat and I'll have a quick chat on that. We've got a full-size display port, and that's a full-size display port too. It doesn't look very long here, but I think I know why this is not very long. Let's just chuck this on the ground. Alright, this is probably, I would say 30 centimeters. This one is really going to be for the computer to the monitor, and I'll show you that there. So normally these will be about 1.8 meters in length, but this is 30 centimeters, and I'll just show you what this is. So cool. I'll just leave this aside because we'll need this alone. And then we've got some documentation. We don't need that. More documentation. Don't need that again. And what have they sent to me as well? So what's in this box? This is probably keyboard and mouse. I'm taking a guess. Let's have a look. Oh. Okay, yep, as expected, wireless keyboard and wireless mouse. So I wonder if this is Bluetooth or not. Let's just have a look if this is Bluetooth or not. How do you open this one up? You just pretty much just lift these open anyway. So what do we, whoa, Come out, come out. There we go. Okay, oh no, it's got one little dongle here. Now, is this a Bluetooth dongle? I don't think this is a Bluetooth. I think it's an infrared dongle here. And then we've got one double A. One double A. Do I have a cable? Oh, there we go. Of course, we've got to get... Let me just kind of bring this in, because I'm going to put this on anyway, so I will turn this baby on. And this packaging, nope, no package for a double A. Let's chuck this double A into here. And I'll leave this dongle there, throw that away. And now this is magnetic at the bottom here, so I'll just put it down. Well, of course the bottom, and it's magnetic there, so you just pretty much just lift it from the bottom here, so that's nice and easy for you guys too. Cool. I will back down here, and of course, keyboard. This is, I think, what's this keyboard? I'll have to tell you what keyboard it is, because I've just got documentation it. So it's the KM636 keyboard and mouse. So you can buy this separately if you want to on the website. This one came to this way. It's good that it's actually wireless rather than wired. I was expecting wide, but that's nice. Okay, standard keyboard. I'm going to chuck this on the ground as well. Alright, now I'm just going to take that apart. Let's put all the this is triple A's here, so let's just do it here. Alright, I've got some questions for that. Is there a screen in the box? No, there is not, more than likely, because these usually come without a screen. So this is this, what is this? Oh yeah, the Optiplex 1790 Ultra. Normally they don't come with a screen, so you actually have to add in the screen as a, like, either accessory on the website, or you purchase. You can actually purchase. You don't even need to. You can use your existing monitors as well if it's got the VESA mount. So you'll see that in a moment when I do that up. And of course with these we've got the power on the side. So I'll just turn that on just for my notice. And that's the same here. I better turn it on just so I don't forget that thing. All right, let's continue on. Ooh, there we go. Whoa. I'll chuck that down on the ground. Okay, so this is what we've got. I'm just going to try and take these things out. Okay, we'll take all these three things out, and then we can put this box out of the way. Oh. And the base. Okay. All right, that's just empty, and that's all empty now anyway. So I'll show you what these things are. Okay. So first off is the monitor stand. So let's try and get this thing out. Oh. Okay, let's have a look. There's a 7th reading for you. Is hey Anata, how are you doing? The new 7040 on Dell's website is a 2-in-1. Does that mean this is a detachable? So the 7040, actually I have to read about that one there. As being a detachable, I have to have a read about what that one there is. I'm wondering if it's a micro or not, but I haven't really read. I actually don't keep up to date with the Dell website at all. So just after this, I will go check after when I finish unboxing this for you, right? And I'll have a quick check what that one is. And then I can be able to tell, I just got to have a quick see what the photo is. And then, so there we go. And that, and then, okay, now I'm going to show you what this thing is as well. So there we've got the stand, and that's the case for the computer, which is on the right side here. But I'm just going to show you, this is a very interesting thing for this one here. So, okay, what's really nice is they've actually given you a VESA adapt plate. So I actually don't know what this plate is. This is the first time I'm seeing this plate here. So I'm taking a guess. This is if you don't have... I think I know what this is now. Silly me. So you can put this, if you don't have these normal prongs at the top of your monitor, and you do have a VESA monitor, and I'll show you what I mean by this, is a plate. So I'm going to bring up a monitor here, actually. I'll bring up a monitor just to show you what I mean by this. And so I'm just going to monitor here, like. So I'm just going to pop this on off its stand. Okay, I don't need a stand anymore anyway, so I'll just chuck that to there, don't fall that. So at the back here, I'm just going to see if I can hold this thing here anyway. So at the back here, so with the Dells, you actually have these prongs at the top here, and that's pretty much clicks it in straight up, so you actually don't need to screw it in. but a lot of other monitors don't have these prongs at the top here, and so you actually have the VESA mounts. So these are the 4 screws you need, and that's a standard size for that. And so this is for those monitors that don't have these prongs. So you actually screw that into your monitor, and then you can have this. Let me just drop this one down. Have this, then pretty much it would actually clip on to down there like that. So this will give you, I'm hoping you'll see that, the 2 little holes, sockets for your monitor. So you don't actually have to put it on the Dell. Hopefully that helps you there. And this is just the screws for this VESA mount plate. So that's nice, actually they give you this thing. So it makes it really adaptable. So you actually don't need to buy a monitor if you've got an existing monitor that is a VESA compatible. Alright, and right here is the computer. Whee! Oh, there has been changes here. Okay, nice to see. Alright, so this is the whole entire computer right here. And I'm just, before I actually open this up, I'll show you where this really lies down into, because it's actually an interesting thing. So there's instructions how to do this, but pretty much it is, there's a little sort of lever system at the bottom here. I'm going to try and show it to you if there's enough light to actually show you to. And pretty much you just push it towards that way, and then after you push that, you can then just lift this thing up like this, and it comes out like that there. So this is the casing for it, and this whole entire computer then pops into here, and you actually find, when I do this, I'm going to just try and do this, you actually see all the ports. I'll tell you what ports are in a moment. Pretty much are all aligned correctly to the top and bottom, and also you have ports at the bottom here to go straight to the monitor there as well too. But pretty much this will just go up in. Let me see if I can get this thing in. Have I got the right way? Yes, I do. Sorry, what I should have done is pop it in from this way, because it holds in a lot easier that way when it's actually holding like this. And then after that, you just have this, slide it down, and bang, there you go. So the computer is actually hidden inside of this stand. So I can definitely see really good applications for this type of computer, where especially in public spaces, for example, like libraries or front desks, receptions, where these are exposed, the computer. So, and you can actually tie this down, and pretty much you don't have to worry about people trying to steal the computer or stuff like that, because it's just going to be monitors. Some people can see monitors. Computers maybe not so much, because they're getting smaller and smaller. But this, at least it's hidden away, and also it's really good for the IT department, especially for the medium class and the large businesses, for the IT people, because pretty much they can pretty much just pop this thing open. Like, I'm just going to pop this thing open, grab the computer. Let me just sort of grab this computer, because I need to come out anyway. So grab this computer here. Actually, I'll leave this open because I'm going to use it again soon anyway. So you can grab this computer, hold this, and then walk back to the desk, or grab another one. If they've got usually spares, they usually do have spares, and they'll grab it, and then you can just walk with it. Rather walk with this, rather than walk a whole entire big computer or a monitor, which is like all the ones, because they're quite large. Whereas this is a lot easier. So that's nice and neat for a lot of people, and you pretty much can stack this up. So you find a lot of IT department will have probably a few, a fair few of these in one stack anyway, so you can just stack them up. So it's actually saving a lot of space compared to having all these all-ones, because space is quite a bit of a real estate. There's actually a bit of cost factor there anyway, just to let you know that. Anyway, so I'll just put this aside, and let's have a look at the ports on this computer here. So, okay, I'm going to start on the top here. So the top here has a vent, then we've got the power button. So I'm hoping you'll be able to see this here. I don't know if I can zoom in. I've just got my webcam doing this anyway, so that's about it. Sorry, what was that? Sony 7420, not the 7440. I have to have a look at that. It was going to be like the 70. Wow, I thought it was going to be like the 7080. Okay, so the 7080, there is, I don't know if there is a 7080 Ultra. I haven't checked if there is or not. But the 7080 is still an Optiplex. This is just the Ultra version of it. So they probably made the micro version. I haven't checked on the website if there is an Ultra version of the 7080, but this is the 7090. And I know I've done the 7070 as well too. Alright, so I got distracted. I digress anyway. So, and then we're looking on one of the other sides here. We've got the Kensington lock here. And what do we got here? Just another brief hole here. Then they've got another exhaust. And looking at the bottom of the computer here, we have, now this one here is a Thunderbolt. Is it Thunderbolt? I just can't remember. I remember one of them is a Thunderbolt. Okay, no, it's not. This is the USB 3.2 Gen 2, USB Type C. So that's still a USB 3.2 Gen 2 port there. And then we've got the power to connect the AC power there. And then we've got the RJ45 Ethernet. And then we've got two USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, they're Type A ports. And then we've got a full-size display port. And then on the other side here, we've got another USB 3.2 Gen 2 port, which is a Type A, and this does have power share as well, so you can charge your either other accessories through that as well. And then we've got the Thunderbolt 4 port, that's the USB Type C, so that's why I've got these two USB Type C. I remember this one is a Thunderbolt 4 because in here is the Intel Core this one's Intel Core i5, but it is the 11th gen Intel Core. So with the Intel 11th gen, then for the i5 and i7, for the graphics it has the RSI XE, which is the much better graphics there. If you get the i3 version, even though the i3 version is 11th gen, it still uses Intel UHD graphics, so you don't get that really fast boost in speed, whereas the RS XE does have that. So I would definitely advise to at least get the i5 or the i7 version if you are in the market for one of these anyway. So the graphics wise is amazingly improved by a lot, okay, probably double compared to the UHD version of it. So definitely, I know the i3 might be cheaper, but definitely go for at least the i5 because you're going to get a lot better performance out of the i5 compared to i3 in a way for that. So, or generally anyway, so yeah, so that's good. And of course it's got the Thunderbolt 4 is to support because that's the new part of the Intel 11th gen. So that's kind of cool. What's really interesting to see is this little extra back here. This wasn't there in the 7070 Ultra. This little extra heat sink at the back here, so it's just kind of nice. I think you can see I'm going to open it up very soon anyway. So sorry, let me just try to open this up. Now I just got to try and remember how to open this thing up again. All right, I think it is just push from. So if I'm going to face downwards, have the computer face down, heatsink facing upwards, I'll push it that way. So push it towards the rear. I'm pretty sure it's push it towards. Yep, there we go. It clicks, and I'm just going to try and open this up, and that's pretty much it. So that's just the case, and there is a little bit of a heat sort of shield at the back here for the computer, and oh, here is the computer here. Now, of course, we've got a bit of a fan here, and then we've got two slots of the. Oh, I'm going to try and see if I can show this to you. Oh, just give me a second while we're going to try and see and show it to you. So you've got two slots of SODIMM slots here forward, so it can go up to a maximum capacity of 64 gigs of RAM, which is good. So you can actually upgrade that, which is fantastic. And of course, it's got Wi-Fi 6 as well. And then there is one slot here for the M.2. Now this one is a short one here, so that only goes about that much length. It is a 22880 one, but you do need quite a small one here. Now this one has got 512 gig on here, and it's probably on the reverse side of this computer here. So it's really just a board, you can really see. So they really packed it in. Now I'm really interested to get this one here, so I want to actually open this up. So I'm going to grab a screwdriver. Now I'm going to go grab a screwdriver here for you. Let's have a look what's inside this screwdriver here. Alright, let's bring this thing over here. Yeah, you got questions there. You're right, I'm after a micro. Yep. Yeah, so this one's a little bit smaller than the micro. The micro, here we go. So, sorry, I was just doing the Intel Nook. This is the Compute. So it's very similar size in terms of the micro for the Optiplex. So that sort of give you the sort of idea of size difference between the two. Of course, this is going to be a lot more thinner in terms of space-wise anyway. So that's kind of gives you a bit of idea of this general size of these two. So that's about 1 liter. This is probably, I would probably say about 400 milliliters or something like that. That's, yeah, it's quite small. It's actually light, of course, as well too. And that's pretty much it. So anyway, I'll put that on the side. Okay, let me try to grab this thing out. I'm going to disassemble this here. I just got to get this screw off here. Yep, let's get this thing out. Woo! There we go. I just move this across here. So, before I do that, let's have a look. No, it's just purely nothing at the back. It's just purely a heat shield here. Let's move that across, and here we go. So here's the other side of here. So we've got a full size M.2 NVMe drive. So you've got that nice length there. But of course, you got that second one if you want to add additional more memory there. But you, of course, that's only about that sort of length. So pretty much that really short length one, if you can get that one there, which is I think the Intel Optane NVMe for that one there. So that's hopefully that's kind of gives you a good idea of the upgradability of this one here. There's not else much besides that on this side here. So now I'm going to put this one back together, and I'm going to pop this in, and I'll see if I can boot this thing up. And just while I don't see any questions there, I'm going to tuck it behind the TV. Yeah, this is a good idea to tuck these things out behind the TV. So what's good for tucking behind TVs like the Nooks, as well as the Micros and Tinys. So Tinys is from the Lenovo's, and just give me a second. I'm going to try and hook this thing back together. And also these are, I don't know if you want to hook one of these. It's kind of a waste unless this is better priced than the Micro. Then go with the Micro for that one there, because it's just a little bit thicker if you want to add more power. Because I'm taking guess you're going to use it for a media center there for you, Andy. I'm taking guess, is that correct? You're going to be using it as a media center? I'll wait for that. But yeah, so this is a good all-one, because unless you find, you probably can put it on a computer. Yeah, you can probably put this on a back of a TV there. I'm just gonna pop this down here. Yeah. All right, let's put this one back together again. Now, the bottom end is this way here. As you can see, it's pretty easy to service. This is pretty easy to service. As you can see, how fast I actually kind of took it apart without. Well, I didn't have to take parts out of toolless, because besides that one for the hard drive if you need to access the hard drive, but it's pretty toolless as you can see, so it's kind of nice. And I'll just pop, well, where was the other? There it is. Okay, and I'm just going to pop this back in here. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Alright, so let's pop this one baby back in. Now what's really interesting is if you actually put the Ethernet cable, it does go through here, and it goes through that little clip as well too. So just make sure you have this clipped in before you put the Ethernet cable in there as well. So while I'm at it, I'm going to show you, this is where this little cable comes in to play, which is the full-size display port. So I'm going to plug that in now through here. Let's try and plug this baby in. Oh. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a bend here for it. Maybe I should have put this out first. I will take this out a little so I can plug this baby in. Whoop. That makes it right. Okay, there we go. And I'm just trying to make it neat by pushing it through there. So there you go, we've got that plugged in. Alright, next one up is, I'm going to have the Bluetooth. I'm going to actually put it on the side so it's easier for me to access later on anyway. So that goes down here. And of course the power. Oh, that's a good idea. This has a bit of a unique power. I don't have these pre-done in the way, so I do need to actually plug this in. I can't really get this one resorted first. Okay, and also with the USB Type-Cs, you can use it to actually power the monitor as well. So that's kind of good if you got a USB-C monitor. All right, there we go, and that's pops it straight in like that. And then after that, actually I should have called this one this way. Let me pull this one here. I'll just push that through. Okay. And then I'll pop a monitor in like this. It's usually pretty easy. There we go. I'll clip it in, and then as you can see, this then makes it a little bit more tidier having a smaller, shorter cable. If you had the 1.4, oh, I didn't actually put that in correctly, did I? Oh, there we go. So I'm actually doing this. There we go. Okay, there we go. And I'll just quickly plug this baby in. There we go. And I do need to find power for this. So let's go. I'm going to try and start this thing up for you guys. And if you're interested to see how this runs, we'll quickly run this through. But yeah, if you guys got other questions there, that'd be fantastic. I could shoot away. It doesn't have to be about this computer if you don't want it to be. I can also answer other questions as well too. I'm just going to plug this into the power right below. Give me a second there. I'm just going to disappear very quickly. Alright, there we go. We've got power there. Oh. I also need power for the monitor itself, of course. There we go. Alright, let's run this through here. Okay, start it up. Now, to start this one, it, of course, is the power button on top. It does have a little bit of a button here to continue on to the computer as well. So let's start that up. I'm hoping it's going to be a good boy and start up with me. I did plug it in, and I hope, oh, my monitor hasn't been turned on, does it? That turned on. There we go. We've got the monitor on, and have we got power? I don't know if I've actually got this one connected correctly. Oh no, we've got power here. Alright, we just got to wait it up, I think. There it is. Is that coming up? Oh, I haven't connected the, sorry, I think I might have not connected the display port correctly there. Give me a second there. But yeah, let's have a look what we got. Oh, come out. I'm just going to fix one of the display cables. There we go. I've got to now click them properly. Okay. Whoop. Another one came out. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. This looks really, really dirty there. Okay, have we got power still? Okay, I can see more power. Hopefully that will boot now. Now, have I got this on the correct page? Yep. I saw a little light there. It doesn't look like it's coming on. I'm hearing something coming out of it, so there is some time will come out sometime there. I can see the hard drive light, which is good. So maybe if I've got this on the incorrect display port. No, nope. It's meant to be on the right one. It'll slowly come up. I can definitely see the hard drive hitting itself. So maybe I've just got to wait for, or it's just come out again, the display port. I have to have a look at it in a moment anyway. So I'm going to continue on. So now I'm going to read some of these questions. I want to use it for Linux implementation. So, oh, for retro games. That's kind of cool. Definitely look at the price of this for this one here, because I think it's going to be quite a good price for what they're expecting for this one here. Because if you're just doing retro games, I think this will be fine for that, because it won't be hitting the graphics. Well, it does hit the graphics, but it won't be hitting the graphics like a double, triple, or double A games that would require discrete graphics. So this, I think the RS XE will be fine for that as well too. But most of the Intel RS XE, or you can go for, if you find an AMD version, the Ryzen 5 will be fine for that as well too. So yeah, have we got anything yet? No? Okay, let me kind of pop this thing back out again, because this is to do with the display. What's going up here? Okay, what have we got here? Maybe it could be this a broken monitor I've just came down with. I just recently grabbed the first monitor I could grab, and let's just have a look at that. Is anything coming up? I have absolutely find out. If not, I'll fix this up off screen, but I'm hoping something's going to come up, or I've done something with the, let me just unjack this display. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, silly me. Put it on the wrong display port. Come on, get in there. There we go. There we go. I had it in the wrong display port. I had the one that goes out, because this one can daisy chain another monitor there, and I connected that up anyway. So let's go. All right, let's get the keyboard. Let's try and get this thing going. I'm going to do this thing backwards. Yes to that, and let's just go through that there. Now I'm going to try, and if you're really interested in, I'm going to do a quick benchmark on this one to see how it runs when I get through this. So bear with me as I'm going to run through this, but I do put in questions. I am quite happy to talk to you guys about that. Now, the DisplayPort in versus out. So with the DisplayPort in versus out for this computer here, well, it's actually for the monitor here. This here, I had the issue before you saw me have this. So you got the DisplayPort in for one. Which monitor is this one I grabbed? This one is the U24. Is it U2414HB? So this one can daisy chain. So the DisplayPort in allows you to go from the computer to the monitor, and it will display to the monitor itself. And then the DisplayPort out will then hook on to another monitor to extend the, like as if you've got that second monitor connected to the computer, but instead you've actually got it connected to the this monitor here instead. So that's what that daisy chain is what I'm talking about there, Lawrence. Hopefully does that make sense to you there? The reason for that is so you only need to have the one monitor connected to the computer, and then the second monitor connects to the the first monitor. Therefore, that it's more to deal with the cable length. So you actually have the second monitor doesn't have to have a longer cable because a lot of times they are a little bit more further distance, and you'll then be stretching the cable there. So that's why there's a daisy chain for some of these monitors here. And you'll find the more the high end, like especially with the Dells, the Ultra Sharps, they have an out and in, and that's what these daisy chains here for. So I'll back in a second. Let me better get this thing going here. Whoa, where is it? Just going to connect to my. I'll just get through all this very quickly so I can go through it. But hopefully that would explain to you what the daisy chain there for you as well too. Okay, what system config do you have there? For this one here, okay, so this Ultra I've got here is an i5. Now with the i5 and i7 you can get a V Pro version. Now for people who don't know what V Pro is, that's for the internet, basically not internet, it's for the management of these computers for business. You do need a V Pro infrastructure for that to make it all happen. So basically it just allows the IT department to manage that. Oh, sorry, I got that. Did I actually get this? Sorry, I'm just going to try and get into Wi-Fi. The internet is so slow here in Australia, it's not funny. And we always have issues here. Okay, good. Okay, now now there is an i3 version, which or version of that, but this one I've got here is an i5 with 16 gigs of RAM, and it's got probably a 512 gigs SSD hard drive in there, and that's pretty much all you really can configure with these ones here. The rest is all pretty much standard anyway. You can configure with I think you can configure with Intel Wi-Fi 6 or the AUX Wi-Fi, but most of them you just go with the Wi-Fi 6 anyway, just for the future really. You're not really saving that much if you're not going Intel Wi-Fi 6 anyway. So, and it's also got Bluetooth of course, and also yeah, I was just connecting to Wi-Fi as you can see that there as well too. So that's the configuration I've got in this particular 7090 Ultra. With the i5, it's probably the one that you'll probably be looking for. I don't know if you'll be going for the i7 for the better speeds, but you can if you want, and really depends on the price. I haven't looked at the price of these things here at all. Actually, what I might do is, oh, I'm on the wrong computer. Let's have a look at the price on this thing. I have not looked at the price on this. I'll do it on the US site because that all makes it more standardized for all the people who are joining me globally anyway. So let's have a look on the website. What is the price on this thing? Oh no, let's see. It's Australian. It keeps going straight to Australia. Let's go to the US. All right, here we go. Let's have a look if this one here for. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go through this. All right, and let's have a look what the pricing of this is. All right, let's have a go here. Let's add your account. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to log myself in. Microsoft accounts. Oh God, I wish of the days where we didn't have to actually have a Microsoft account. Oh, there's a Hotmail one, and I have to actually create. I have to actually create a Microsoft account to make things easier. Oh God, I don't even remember what my Microsoft account is. Just give me a second there. Where's my mobile phone? I don't even remember what my Microsoft account is. So I've got a few just for testing these computers here. So sorry, I've got a password manager to actually take care of that. If you guys got any questions, roll them through. And oh, sorry, I'm just going to quickly find what is my password. I don't know most of my passwords. That's just quite easy given. Oh, okay, that's what it is. All right. Hopefully that goes through. Cool. It's nice when you can do the offline accounts. Back in the days, I find it's a lot easier. So, all right. Especially when you're just doing testing with me, I just go through so many computers and I just test them. I really don't need to actually have accounts on them because I pretty much blow them apart after that as well too. So I'm just going to turn off all of these things I don't really use. Alright, accept, and we'll go through that now. Whoop. Skip all these things. The one good thing is at least installing Windows again is quite quick. I remember the days where it took 2 to 3 hours. Now it just takes like less than 5 minutes to actually install Windows. It's just fantastic. The speed of what we go for these days is insane. Alright, hopefully that's our last question they're going to ask me. Nope. Yeah, let's not care about that. And next, all the way through, whatever. Cool. Now, I'm going to grab my USB stick. And I'm going to find that little... I'll wait for the computer to actually logs in first before we actually get through this anyway. So yes, anyway, we'll get back to the actual price of this computer. Hey, let's have a look if I can find this computer. Here is there's a 3090 Ultra as well. I have not looked at what the 3090 Ultra is, but I've got the 70. Let's see if I can find the 70. 70. They don't even have it on the website. What's going on here? Do they even have this on this website? The 70. That's silly if they don't have it on 70. Okay. Alright, let's have we got anything for search wise. If you guys can find the price, here we go. I found the price. Okay. Now there's an i7 version. Is there an i5 version I would have here? Here's an i5 version with 8 gigs of RAM. Nope, I'm going with, here's a 16 gigs. Sweet. So around about $989 for this particular configuration I've got right here. So I don't know if that's a good price or not. I actually usually go with Australian pricing for these things here. So for US pricing, it's probably a little bit more expensive than your normal desktop computer that you can build yourself, but for a business that actually uses a lot of these, this is actually a pretty good price for it. So definitely for that compared to, actually how much is a micro version? Let's have a look what the micro version would cost. Let's have a look if we've got a micro version here. Alright, so now we're up to the 7080. And we need the micro. Let's have a look. So the micro, if the i5 with 16 gigs of RAM, I'm just going to look for i5 with 16 gigs of RAM, and let's have a look. Here's the i5 with 16 gigs of RAM, and you're looking at 959. So this is only about $30 more. That's not bad. I actually quite find that not bad at all. So this is actually priced pretty good. $30 more compared to the micro. And yeah, I would say that's a great form factor for those who actually want a really tiny computer they can hide away on a monitor. So that's actually not bad at all, I've got to admit. Alright, how are we going? Okay, cool. We're in here. Okay, let's keep this going. I'm going to quickly switch this up. Let's bring across the file I need to test. Let's have my test pack. Let's just do pass mark first anyway. That would usually give us a very good idea of pass mark. So let me just sort of install it. It'll come through. Give me my city key. Sweet. Alright, let's get through this. And I've got to give it up, and I'm just going to quickly bring this to super mode. Now, I was just wondering if, okay, I'll just launch that. I'm just wondering if these actually have, I'll just paste this thing in, continue, awesome. Alright, let's just see if we actually have the Dell Optimizer. So we got a Dell Optimizer, but we don't have any for the power, just to speed things up even more. Nope. So it's just a Dell Optimizer here. So if you always haven't played with Dell Optimizer, it just allows you to pretty much speed up some particular softwares that you can actually do. It used to be considered only for the precision class. Now they've been included with the Optiplexes, which is great anyway. So I'll run through this a little bit later on when I do the benchmarking for the actual review video anyway. So but yeah, that's what that one's there for. And just to give you a little idea of what Dell Optimizer for. Let's I'll give you guys a better view of this, and I'll try not to hit the lights and all. So let's run this through. Before I do run this through, let's go quickly for power and sleep settings. We just want to quickly make sure this is in. Oh, wrong one. So I'm just going to additional power. I don't want the Dell power. I'm just going to go and I think that's all we get. Alright, I'm just going to try and see if I can get into the performance power, but we don't have that available to us at all, so that's why I'm just quickly checking as well. Let's run the benchmark. Let's go for it. Let's see how that runs. So I know a lot of people do the city bench, but that don't really tests the CPU, so I'll rather test every part of it just to let you guys see what that runs off and straight from the start. So anyway, let's see any questions here. Okay, you're using HP. Oh, HP are nice computers still as well too. I've got to try and get HP this year in as well too. Elite 840G1 running balancer off the HDD, so any of them would work awesome. Yep, this would definitely work. Gotta love the authenticate. Yeah, I know. I just think gotta love Windows updates already. Updating, yeah. It's probably not going to do very well with this benchmark because it's probably updating the computer wise trying to do the benchmarks. You know how Windows is anyway. So, but we'll find out how that comes along. Anyway, did that price include the stand? Yes, Andy, that price did include the stand for the Ultra. So I don't think you can buy the Ultra without it. Let me have a quick check. Can you buy it without the stand with the Ultra? So let's try to look while that is benchmarking. Let's have a look. Can you buy it without the stand? Because I think it just all comes with the stand itself. There is also, I just had a quick look on the website, there is a bigger stand for this Ultra as well, for the 30-inch plus, taking us for more for the 40-inch ones here, for that one there. And I don't think you can buy without that. No, I don't think you can buy. I don't think you can actually buy it without the stand. Just have the computer itself. I think the stand is a must anyway that comes with it. I assume you're actually going to put it on a monitor anyway, so that's kind of what it is. So that's about it. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at what we've got here. How's this running? This will take usually around about 8 or so minutes, depending on the speed of the computer, but it's doing pretty alright. I think it should be doing pretty alright there. Okay, we're just going to run this through, and I'm just going to have a quick check. While this runs through, let me kind of... I really don't hear anything of it, seriously. No, let me... just give you an idea. Let's go through my decibel meter. And I've got a decibel meter, and I'm going to bring it to about my usual thing, which is about 30 centimeters. About here. I'll bring it about down here. I'll be quiet and just see how this runs off. About 29 decibels. That's very quiet. You don't hear it. You won't hear it at all. And this is running at the moment. Yeah, it's running. You don't hear much of it fan. I definitely feel the heat coming up from the back here. So, whoop. The heat is definitely coming that way, of course, where the fan is. So that's definitely feeling. I am feeling a little bit of heat from the top there, but it's not like. Oh, let me see if I can just show you here. No, it's barely warm. Like it is only a little bit warm. Like I can touch this without having any problem there at all. And only where the Dell logo is, that's where it's a little bit, very slightly warm. Like from my temperature, I'm probably thinking this is probably only about hitting around probably about 37 degrees. Celsius for me, because our body temperature is around about 36 degrees, so that's probably about 37 degrees, only a little slightly warmer than myself. And after down from here, don't feel any heat at all, so that's kind of there, is it? And yep, nothing there. So pretty much how the airflow goes, it goes this way and then comes up that way there, because I can feel this sucking in a little bit. It's only got very small airflow there. So yeah, it's going that way and then coming up, just to let you guys know that. And let's see how this is running anyway. So let's bring this thing out, and oh, there we go. Now these USB cables, so you can hook this. Let's bring this up. So this USB A to USB B cable is of course connecting from the Ultra to the monitor, so you can actually use the USB that comes out from monitors if you have the USB from monitor. I don't normally connect it up, but I know some people do. If you've got some that actually are usable, this one here on this one here isn't usable because this one's located on the back, so that's not, I would never bother connecting that up for that one unless you want more USBs, which one this does give you a little bit more USBs. So that's what that cable is. And of course the USB-C, which means you can actually connect this up to another monitor using the USB-C cable. The USB-C on this is the display port alternative, so you can display it out through the USB Type-C and also the Thunderbolt 4 of course as well too. So that's kind of cool, and that's pretty much it. How's this coming along? What are we up to? We're up to, oh yep, we're getting up to graphics there, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so that's awesome. Would this be paired with the 27 inch Ultra? Yes, it will. It will definitely work quite happy with a 27 for this one. I've actually popped this in with a 34. Happily run 34s as well, especially with this new 11th gen. It's going to be a little bit much better for the resolution, for the much higher resolutions for the 4K and the ultra wide 4K as well too, so you'll find that's going to be an improvement. With the 7070 Ultra, the previous one, it could run the 4K still good, but I wouldn't be running games or anything like that, and you really wouldn't be running too much graphics on that one there because it's driving a lot of the graphics through there. But this RSXE has made massive improvements and it does a lot better too, so we'll see how that runs off. Anyway, so while that's happening, I am going to quickly bring up my little spreadsheet on this computer here, and I'm going to kind of give a bit of an idea on what this is, how this is running compared to some of the other scores. Yeah, so, and I'm going to see if I can find a computer that would be relative to this. I think this is my second desktop. Yeah, this is my second desktop computer with the 11th gen on there, because mostly I've been getting in the laptops in for 11th gen. So let's have a look what's 11th gen. What's 11th gen for me? So 11th gen, have I actually recorded in the 7070 in there? I have the scores, I just had not done, put it in data entry for it. I've been just that busy, I haven't had time to do that data entry for it. Anyway, but I will run this against the, I'll run against the pretty much the XPS 13, that's 11th gen, and that's got i7 in there. Let me see if I've got any i5. I don't think I've got any i5s at all. So the first i5 11th gen I've got is actually in, ooh, which one would that be in? I have to have a look. I don't think I've got even the, ooh, did I get any? Oh, the X13. No, so it was the X13. No, the Dell 5420 might be an i5 version. I haven't done the full benchmarks for it, but we'll have a look. How's this coming along? Has that got anything yet? No, but I do have the i7 version of the XPS 13 for that one there, which is the 9310 version. So that's got the 11th gen in there. And I'll just have a look. I was just going to quickly scroll. Which one's that one there? 11th there, and we'll go straight to pass mark. Where do we go? Pass mark 10. Here we go. Okay, so let's see how the scores runs, and we're nearly there. I think we're getting close to finishing. What are we up to? Doing disk scores now. Okay, let's see how that runs anyway. Is that just a bit too bright? Let me see. It is. Okay. When it comes up, we'll see when it comes up. It just continue running through, or is it? Is it doing anything at the bottom here? Or it's just cracked itself? Or not? It's maybe doing something. I'll give it a few more seconds before it just cacks itself, and I'll just run it off the screen anyway to see how that goes anyway. But I think it's doing pretty good at the moment. So, oh yeah, it's coming through 25%. We're nearly finished there. That one there. Alright, let's have a look at anything else. You got any questions there? No? Oh, good. You guys are pretty quiet tonight here. That's a surprise here. So, anyway, while that goes through, I'm just going to have a wait through there. But anyway, so what's going on this weekend for me? So, I've been pretty much just been testing, and because we've just had the Easter long weekend, extra long weekend because we had a 4-day, so we've got some sirens going off, but extra 4-day weekend, I pretty much did take that kind of off. I actually did not do any recording, filming. I did a little bit of testing, and that's about it. I actually did take that off quite a bit. Just finally had a bit of a time for myself with the family as well too. So that was what happened. That took most of my time off there. But else, it's been pretty much trying to work out this. If you record, I've also got the C series monitors, and I've been having some issues with the audio and microphone, and I've just been working with Dell with trying to fix that up, and hopefully I think they're going to actually get you guys a firmware update to fix the audio for that one there, hence why I haven't done the review video for it, because I've been trying to fix that problems with them. So that's kind of mostly, I think, going to be soon resolved. I'm waiting for that firmware update before I actually do the review for that one there. And what else have we been doing as well this week? Also the X13s. The X13s, the comparison, it's actually quite a very interesting one. When you see the video out, hopefully I'll get that out maybe for this weekend if I can get around to video editing it. It's all been filmed up already, but that's a very interesting one. I can give you the spoiler alert. The AMD wins quite easily in that regard. So there we go. We've got scores. So if you guys can see that, I'm not even sure you can see that. Alright, anyway, I might just quickly bring and let's see if I can bring this closer to you without trying to pull any power area there. Is that going to be any better for you guys? No. I don't think this webcam is going to be dealing... Oh, here we go. We're starting to see some numbers. Can we get any numbers out there for that? I am going to try and see if I can do zoom in. Oh, I can't even see what I'm doing. So... Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright, so here we go. Now, we've got 3,418 as a normal... Whoa, sorry, I got wrong the mouse. My fault. Wrong mouse, wrong mouse, wrong mouse. Okay, so that's the scores for it. Now, the i7 off the XPS 1390, the model 9310, that's got the i7 version of 11th gen, and that had an overall score of 3,105. So that's pretty good there, which means this is actually doing better than the XPS 13. CPU scores, that's a lot higher. That is 11,581 for this Ultra one here, whereas the XPS 13 is only doing 9,115. Now that one had a fair bit of thermal throttling there that happened, and that's probably what caused that issue there for having a low CPU scores. Now with the 2D graphics, it's practically the same as the XPS, and for the 3D graphics, this one's a little bit better. This one has 2,859 and the XPS had 2,584, so that's good to see that this Ultra is keeping quite up there and doing probably a lot better. And then the memory scores, this one has 3,000, so this one's got 3,064, whereas the memory score on the XPS is 2,094. So you've got a fair bit of better memory speed from this one here. Now I know the DDR RAM is running DDR4 3200, so that's good to see that this is actually unclocked that, so they're not running at 2,933 megahertz. They're actually running at the full speed for this one here, so that's good to see. And as for this scores, this just blew it apart. This one had 24,184, with the XPS, that only got 15,834. So this literally blew it apart. So you're not doing too bad on this desktop form here. And of course, we've got a better band here, the actual thermal solution is. So this thermal solution is doing pretty well. Now, like I said, I'm actually now just touching it. And again, it's not that hot. It's just finished running this benchmark and it's not that hot at all. So that's quite happy, and it's still expelling heat. And I really don't hear it much for even running at its max speed. So I will be putting it through a stress test, but I'm not expecting it to actually be very loud at all. So this is going to be a very good media PC, or even in a desktop space, because that's doing pretty good there, I must admit. I'm pretty impressed now from the scores there for this little thing. It's pretty much a little board with a very small amount, pretty much less than palm. That's pretty much all the components there. The rest was just really PC board for the memory and the hard drive. Anyway, so just to make the expansion there, but pretty much it's just about that much big. Really, that's all they needed for it, which is pretty much the same as the NUC 11 compute unit. That was a business card size computer that actually had the RAM and the CPU and the Wi-Fi all built into there. So they're getting smaller and smaller. It's quite amazing anyway. So hopefully you find that actually useful, if that's any useful for you. The micro version of this, actually the 7080, I did do the scores for that one there. I don't know if I recorded on my spreadsheet here. I don't think I did. Just have a quick buzz to see if I managed to record any of the 7090. Nope, I haven't. I just haven't got time to it to do the 7080 micro for you, Andy. So, but I'm expecting this one to be quicker anyway, because the 7080 Ultra, micro, the one that I had tested wasn't even 11th gen. That was only 10th gen Intel core anyway. So this one will be a little bit quicker there. And I think you can, with the micro, you can put a discrete graphics in that one there. So you can put a little small graphics card if you want to for that one there. But for what you're going to be doing with your one, I don't think you need a discrete graphics. Save your money, put into like the controllers or something like that. That would be more useful than actually putting a discrete graphics in there. And if you're looking at playing triple A games, then put the discrete graphics in there a little bit later on anyway. But else, save your money, put some more things for more fun that you actually feel and see. Alright, have you guys got any more questions for me? If not, I'll just call it a night. I'll give you guys another few more seconds while that happens, just to let that through, and we'll see. And also, just to find out if you, I'm going to leave this one on a public, this video here, because it is the unboxing of this video. I also want to actually find out, do you kind of like this sort of style for unboxing, for like a live, for things like this? If you do, give me a like and put a comment. I'll just good to know the feedback if you guys are interested in doing live for these unboxing. If not, I can always do it off camera anyway. So it all depends on how that goes anyway. So, and I think I will be creating, of course, a follow-up video of this on once I spend a bit of time on benchmarking and see how it goes. But generally, you've probably got a very good idea. We've got a very quiet computer. It doesn't produce much heat at all. It's quite serviceable. Of course, they've got the nice good warranties on the Dells as well too. And as you can see, the performance is not bad at all. Like, it's not blazing amazing, but it's not bad. It's actually quite good, decent compared to a lot of 11th gens that's out there. So not bad computer. I'm quite going to have to give it a good thumbs up for that. It was one of the interesting ones that I wanted to see when this actually came out. And because I can definitely see plenty of great applications. You can see this purchase in massive bulks for a lot of businesses there. So definitely, I can definitely recommend that, and you can see how easy it is anyway. So, all right, cool. No worries there. Good to stay. Thanks for joining me, guys, and thanks Lawrence for joining me as well too. And of course, guys, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. I'll see you guys in the next video.